Grandma,
Yes, my dear.
there are many churches and temples in Japantown, right?
Oh, yes. You noticed.
Yes, because religion is very important for us.
My, you grew up so fast. Now you know those things about life. Even if the life is hard, not making much money, or not being treated nicely by other people, we need to keep going sometimes.
Yes, I know. I have days like that.
You do? Oh, excuse me. I'm sure, my dear. Like everybody is that way. So that is why people need a place we feel safe and respected and cared for sometimes. Somewhere, even in a foreign land, even if we know it's the time for no complaints. And yet, people are different in the perspectives and their opinions. One size or one church does not fit all.
I know.
Do you?
Yes, I know. There are Zen Temple, Presbyterian Church, Concord Church, Jodo Shinshu Buddhist Church, St. Francis Xavier Church, Nichiren Temple, and so on and on. But do they not fight if they have to compete?
Well, that is an interesting question. Grandma thought about it. History is full of stories among different religious groups fighting against each other. As a matter of fact, even these days, there are many battles all over the world. And wars because of the differences in the belief, or simply because differences in religions. But you see, those are just an excuse. Deep down, there are other problems and issues fueling the fights. In Japantown, there is a very interesting story.
Really? What is it?
In February of 1901, it's about 120 years ago.
Oh,
Well, that was about the time your grandma's grandma was born. Emperor Meiji of Japan gave a group of people here $10,000 to build a good burial place for Japanese nationals and Japanese Americans who died here. Back then, Japanese immigrants were not allowed to be buried in other American burial sites. The money bought a piece of land in Laurel Heights in San Francisco. 2 years later, Japanese cemetery was opened on March 17, 1903. There until such time when it was moved to the current location in Colma, Daly City. This group was called Japanese Benevolent Society of California. They took care of sick, poor, dying, and the dead people of Japanese immigrants and visitors. Many religious groups always helped to care for their own unfortunate people, but the Benevolent Society took care of them regardless of religions. Then in 1921, Japanese American Religious Federation was formed with the same spirit. Among different religious organizations, old, new, classic, modern, and all.
was it because they were in the United States?
That may be so, but that open-minded approach is what San Francisco City faith-based community followed much later. San Francisco Interfaith Council began in December 1988. 800 congregations, different religions, got together for a housing project for really unfortunate. We had the mayor back then, who used to be a social worker. Previous to the formation, he asked major churches in the city to accommodate homeless and sick people during the winter time at church properties, and some large churches agreed.
Oh, but what did this Japanese Americans Federation did?
As one group, they had an annual Memorial Day to honor those who died on this part of the country. This is very interesting, but let's say it is another story. In 2005, the Federation created Kokoro Assisted Building.
Oh, that is right here. Isn't it a very interesting building?
Yes, the building has its own fascinating story. Again, another story. It was Jewish synagogue first, and then it was bought by the Federation with the seed money from Meiji and Showa emperors. By the time Kokoro was in planning, the building was under the city. The Federation bought back the right to renovate the help of city's redevelopment plan. They built assisted living for who needs the care and low-income Japanese nationals and descendants. Interior is Japanese style, and Japanese garden was built on rooftop. A Japanese chef serves meals agreeable with Japanese style.
Oh, Grandma, it's a great story that religions don't confront each other.
Yes,
And not only that, but actually, beautiful things can be created if we help each other. Like kokoro, it means heart, right?
that's a nice way to put their struggles and wisdom. Now you help me. It's getting late, so we need to go home now.
All right, Grandma. Thank you, churches and their people. Goodbye now.